then I was
And
going to
then
say that, yes,
you know, relating to the goals, I mentioned something about like um speaking to a large audience, like let me say put it better in public speaking, right?
I didn't hear what you said, ma'am.
I mentioned something like speaking with a large audience.
Yes,
It has to do with something with public speaking, right?
yes. Speaking with large audience has to do with public speaking.
Okay, because I know it's part of my goal.
Okay. But
Mm.
then you didn't expatiate the area of speaking with large audience that you wanted us to focus on, because according to the conversation, it was
Okay.
mainly you mentioned that you usually speak with large audience, but I thought it was just pronunciation, you being able to talk to them using the right pronunciation. Aside from using the right pronunciation, is there any other thing that you'd like us to focus on when it comes to speaking to large audience? So, for
You know,
example, some people, when they want to speak to large audience, they do not have that confidence. They still
that's
feel
what I'm.
nervous, even though they
Mhm.
do it. Some people, they feel like they are not clear enough. They are not connecting enough. Maybe
Mm,
the audience usually get distracted easily.
mm.
Yeah. So when we talk about speaking with large audience, which part of speaking with large audience do you want us to focus on? We didn't establish that day.
Like being a good public speaker, anywhere
Okay, there are
I
lots of
stand to
things
talk,
that,
I'll be able to like capture people's audience.
okay,
Anywhere, once when I talk, like my voice, you should be able to capture people's audience, like
attention.
attention. And
Okay,
then, learning to speak and then always hitting with points that, have impact in people.
okay. So first is about getting the audience attention. Then
The the,
second is about
the
having,
composure.
what did you say?
I said the composure and the confidence, like you said, like
Okay,
I feel
composure.
in
Let
my
me
phone.
note them in the chat. Okay, so first is getting the audience attention, then confidence and composure. Okay, so we have three now. Is that all, ma'am?
And then, you know, having an interview as well, and then being at the peak of my game, like, oh, whatever I had with this person is just what you want, or giving us what we want, you know.
I don't understand that. Do you mean being able to confidently show up at interviews?
Yes, and then being able to, whatever that is thrown at me, being able to give it a good shot.
Okay, that answering
Com-
question.
yes, confidently, and then making the right points.
Okay. Okay. I've sent it to the I've sent it to the chat. Please check to be sure we're on the same page.
Okay, ma.
Yes, ma'am. So aside from pronunciation and diction, we'd also work on public speaking. So when it comes to
Mm.
public speaking, it means we'll be doing three things according to what we have talked about. One is confidence, the other is content. So what you're going to talk about. And lastly is your presentation, how you present what you're talking about, how you present your content. So confidence would help you to be able to show up anywhere, whether for an interview or in the public. Why your content is around whatever you say in the public, how you structure it. Also in an interview, how you answer your questions, how you put together your thoughts, etc. And then the third one is your presentation. That is how you deliver the content.
Yeah.
That's why people say it's not what you say, but how you say what you say. So how you say that thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So,
then I want to ask you a question from the last time I was reading on the e-platform too.
okay, ma'am.
Got to come across like having to speak with a better voice.
Okay, having to speak with better voice.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the question?
My question is, so how do one speak with better voice? Like, how do one speak with better voice?
Okay. So when it comes to having a better voice, the first thing is to have a better voice before you can speak with a better voice, right? So there
Yeah.
are different things you can do to help you improve your voice. One of it is diction. So the more you learn about word pronunciations, reading, intonation, word stress, connected speech, all of those things that come together to make up diction. So the more your voice sounds better. So that is the first thing. So you need to work on your diction. Second is to do what we call voice training. It's just like the way we have exercise that we can do every day to have
Oh,
flat tummy or to have a better
yes.
shape. So we could also do voice trainings. There are different voice trainings, simple vocal exercises that you can do. That's the second one. So that would help with your diction. Now, third is how you stand when you talk. I don't know. Have you ever been on the phone with someone? You're like, are you lying down or were you sleeping? Your posture also usually affects how the sound comes out in our mouth. That is why in public speaking, aside from maybe TV shows and all, it is always
Mm,
advised that you stand when you're speaking to a large audience. It gives you
mm.
that better posture. So the way, even when you're sitting anyway, there are better postures for sitting. So the way you sit when you talk, the way you stand, also can affect how your voice comes out.
Okay.
So these are the main three things that could help. So in class, normally we're doing enunciation and diction. So that would eventually aid your voice at the end.
Mhm.
But then you might have to start to do vocal exercises yourself. So to you. So you can go through it, and if you still have questions, we can talk about that in our next
So
class. So you could
the
just
phone
say,
was muted for some time, for some minutes. I
"Oh,
didn't get to hear you.
so what was the last word you heard, ma'am?"
Okay, the last thing I heard was like me going through some simple vocal exercises.
Exercises. Okay. So I said that those exercises, they are simple exercises like warming up your voice, doing humming sound, maybe when you're in the bathroom, the way your voice goes up and down. These are things that you can do by yourself. So I said I have an ebook that can help you. So I
Okay.
said I'll send the ebook to you so you can go through the ebook. It's a short ebook. I think it's just about two to three pages. So you can just go through it. So if you have questions about how they are done, if the ebook is not clear, then I can
Okay.
always do short videos and send to you. So these are
Yes.
things that you could just do every day, 3 times a week. It depends on how you're available and how fast you want the result to be.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And then how can someone, sometimes when they're not used to all these things, and then from the starting point, you were kind of composed, and then maybe along the line you are off track, like your voice, you begin to shout, all those. So how do one try to control all that?
Okay. So to be sure I understand your question, are you saying that let's assume you're in public, you're making a speech or you're having a conversation with someone at the beginning, you're able to put together your
Composure,
diction,
yes.
composure, and all. So, but along the line, you went back to your normal
Oh,
self, to your old
person,
self. Okay,
you get.
I get it. Okay, the thing is, it is normal. It is normal to experience such at the beginning. That is because your body, your speech organs, yourself, you're used to a particular way of doing these things for some time now.
Okay.
So sometimes, if we are not careful, it
I'm
will
not seeing
take.
your face.
Okay, can you see it now?
Okay, yes, please.
Okay. So sometimes, if we're not careful, it would take the exact number of days or years it took us to be in our default setting to change to our new person. But to make it faster, you need to be conscious. That's just the word. Stay
Mhm.
conscious. That is the word. So I began speaking to someone, and in the middle of my conversation, I'm going the other way. The moment I realize it, I want to quickly go back to that space that I wanted to be, right? So at the beginning, it is normal to stay off track, to forget your lines, or to forget that you're not supposed to do this and all. But the moment you remember, you correct yourself immediately. So another thing that can help you is to have what we call accountability partners. I like to say that communication is like praying. Many times when we pray alone. Same with when we are practicing addiction, when we are learning, we do that alone. But when our prayers are answered, it becomes a public show off. Everybody see that, okay, this thing is happening now to this person. But they never knew the troubles it took
Mm.
you in your own corner. Same with speaking. So in your corner, there are some things that you must just do, and that would rub off when you get to the public. So one of the things that can help you is to have accountability partners. If you have children that can remind you to speak well before you go out. You have helps, or you have colleagues, or maybe a friend that you can always call on the phone to have such conversation. So they can easily to hear me.
It's
Can you
breaking.
still hear me, ma'am?
I heard you the
Is it
last
better
one.
now?
Yes, it's better now.
Okay. So I'm saying that you should try to get accountability partners. Anyone can be it. Like when I started learning, my sisters were my accountability partners. So all I did was to tell my sisters that I don't want to speak like this again. I want to start speaking like this. And that was it. So anytime we're having conversation, normal sister conversation, or we're playing in the house, and I forget, they will be there to remind me, and I'll quickly go back to that. So the more I did that at home, the more it becomes a part of me. And so anytime I'm outside, it's easier for me to stay longer to have such conversations than if I wasn't practicing it from the house. So it's more about what you do in your corner. It would rub off on you when you get to public. So if you have people around you, if you have a call buddy that you can call to have long conversations and let them know that this is what I'm trying to do. So as we converse, at any point that I forget, please remind me. So the more you do that, the better it becomes. The more you do, the better it becomes. But if you wait until you're outside, until you're in public to do it, normally you would forget because it's not just a part of you yet. So you need to turn it into a routine, something that you do over and over and over and over again. So that way it becomes a part of you, becomes a natural characteristics of who you are. I hope that answers your question, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Okay, ma'am. So last week, no, not last week. Today is Thursday. I think it was on Tuesday. We learned quite a number of things. So I'm going to ask random questions to be sure you can still remember the things we learned. Because remember, you need to know all of these things. Not just know, but you need to be able to put them to use. So I talked about the IPA. Can you please remind me what IPA stands for?
International Phonetic Alphabet.
Yes, that's what it stands for, but that is not well pronounced. Another thing I want you to pay attention to is when we learn, pay attention to the pronunciations of those words. So let's look at the word international first. Let's start with that word international. I want to share my screen. Okay, let me use this. The word international. When you spell that word, you realize that it ends with international. It ends with AL. This is a suffix. A suffix is a group of letters that we add to the end of a word. When we add such letter to the end of a word, the word sometimes changes its meaning or it's part of speech. So for example, I can have the word international, but if I add AL to it, it becomes international. Or I can have the word education. When we have it as a suffix, the letter A is usually silent. So it is not international, international. That is the first thing I want you to pay attention to. International. The second thing, when we have words that ends with shano, we usually stress the syllable before the tion. There's something called stress in English, and it is that stress that helps us to be able to speak in a way that we have natural accents, just like the word natural. I didn't say natural, natural, because it also ends in al. So when we have words that ends with tional, we should stress the syllable before tional. We stress a word. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, because my network seems low here. That's what I'm asking. So we stress a syllable by saying that syllable louder, longer, and clearer. International, the na is said louder, longer, and clearer. International phonetic alphabet, not international. Am
Okay.
I making sense?
Yes, please.
So let's do a short quiz. I want you to give me 5 words. You can write it in the chat. 5 words that ends with al, that ends with suffix al. I already gave 2. I gave 3, excuse me. International, educational, not educational. Educate. If I spell educational, it is the CA that I have before TIONAL. So the CA should be said louder, longer, and clearer. Educational. Natural. Natural. It is the true that is said louder, longer, and clearer. So I want you to write 5 words in the chart that ends. What did you say, ma'am?
Oh, I did not say anything. I'm listening.
Okay. So I want you to write 5 words in the chart that ends with suffix al. So I'm waiting, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So the word is okay. Instead of okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay. What did you
Okay.
say?
Okay.
Better.
Okay. Okay.
I haven't seen the words, ma'am.
Okay. Intentional.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Yes.
Intentional. Um, intentional. Intentional.
Okay. You know what? To save time, I have been able to get some words. So let me just.
Intentional.
Okay, intentional. No. Remember
Intentional.
the A will not say anything. Let me write it out. Let me spell
Okay,
it out.
like intentional.
Yes, intentional. Your mouth will not be opened when you get to the AL.
Intentional.
Intentional. No.
Intentional.
No. It's different from intentional. Now. It's not now.
Okay.
It's no. No. The letter A there becomes a sure. But because we have not talked about the sure, I want you to just assume. Remember, it's not assume. Assume that the A
Assume.
is not, excuse me, it's not saying anything. Assume that the A is not there. Intentional. You have to be intentional.
Okay, like they assume like
Assume. Assume. Assume.
assume.
Assume. Yes, assume. I love to assume that you're my friend and not my enemy. I love to assume. The S does not change to a Z, it remains a S. Okay, so
Okay.
let me share my screen. I have some set of words that I got
Okay,
with
another one.
AI.
Abdominal.
Okay, another
Abdomin.
one.
I have
Another.
another one. I have
Okay,
another
ma'am.
one.
Okay, ma'am.
Abdominal.
Yes, abdominal. Abdominal. Correct. Okay, that's correct.
Oh.
So here are a few words. The first word,
Abnormal.
annual. What did you say, ma'am?
I said abnormal.
Yes, correct. Abnormal. I like that. Correct. Abnormal. So we have three now. We have two more.
Abnormal. Then. Hmm. Which one again?
Okay, while you're trying to get more words, let me pronounce these ones.
Okay.
Annual. Annual. The A's is not saying anything. So we don't say annual. It's not annual. It's not
Okay.
al.
Annual.
Yes. It's an annual convention, not it's
Okay.
an annual convention.
Okay. Annual. Annual.
Yes,
Convention.
ma'am.
Okay.
I also have the word final. It's not final. Final. Finally, I got what I wanted, not finally. Fine. Finally. Final.
Okay.
I got what I wanted. Local, not local.
Okay.
Local. I had to go to the local government, not local
Okay.
government. Global brand. She has gone global. So it's not global. The letter A there should not be heard. National. National. Same way we said international. It's not national.
Okay.
It's a national situation. The president needs to act fast. No, personal politics. Do not take it personal.
Okay.
Central, not central. Central. Medical. Social. Legal, not legal. Legal.
Okay.
Yes, legal, not legal. Normal, not normal. Normal. Total. The total number of delivery, not the total number of. Usual, not usual. Usual. Vocal, not vocal. Mental. Moral. Natural. Official. Original, not original. Practical. Special. Temporal. Visual. Brutal. Capital. So I want you to take it from capital, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Royal.
Correct.
Royal. Arrow.
No, you're starting from capital. You're starting from capital here.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
starting from here. Can you see
Okay.
my
Yes. Yes, please.
spotlight?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Crucial. It's very crucial.
I can hear you, sure. Correct.
Deny. Hold on. Denial.
I can hear you.
Denial.
Correct. Yes, denial.
Equal. Equal.
Correct.
Formal.
Correct.
General.
Correct.
Ideal.
Correct.
Loyal.
Correct. The word is loy. Oi. It's not low. Loy. This
Loyal.
word, loy. It has a thrift tone. This word, it has a thrift tone. Loy. Oi. Oh, loyal. So it's not low. It's not oh. It's not loyal. It's loy. Oi. This sound here is two. Oi. Loy. Loyal.
Loyal. Okay, loyal. Are you there? Hello? 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 Everything is muted. My video is stopped. Hey, Nepal. Are you there, please? Are you there?
Can you hear me, ma'am?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Sorry about that. So I'll share my screen again. Just let me confirm if this is still recording. Okay, I think it is. So I'll share my screen now. So I was talking about the word loyal. Loyal. So it's not loyal. It's oi. There's an oi sound there. Loyal. So please start.
Loyal. Loyal. Okay.
Correct.
Material.
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 Correct.
Material. Musical.
Yes, the S that sounds like a Z. Music. Musical.
Musical.
The next word.
Oral.
Correct.
Royal.
Correct.
Several.
Yes, several. Several.
Several.
Yes, ma'am.
Spiritual.
Correct.
Spiritual. Trial.
Correct.
Tropical.
Correct.
Tropical.
Correct.
Unreal.
Yes, unreal. Correct.
Vertical.
Correct.
Animal.
Correct.
Arrival.
Correct.
Cordial.
Correct. Oh, no problem.
Coral.
I can hear you.
I said coral, like coral
Yes,
drop.
coral. Yes.
Crystal.
Correct.
Disposal.
Yes.
Emotional.
Yes. Emotional. I like that. A. Not a. Emotional.
Emotional.
Yes, please.
Funeral. 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 Your voice is down. Journal.
Correct.
Retro.
Correct.
Numero.
Correct.
Pedal.
Correct.
Proposal.
Yes.
Removal.
Correct.
Renewal.
Correct.
Rival.
Correct.
Spiral. Spiral. Theatre. Someone is calling you.
Correct. Oh,
Your call is
I
ringing.
didn't even notice that. Sorry about that. Yes, I just realized. I didn't even check my screen. I thought it was another device that was making the sound.
Okay, where are we?
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. So let's continue from spiral.
Theatrical.
Spiral,
Theatrical.
rather.
Spiral.
Yes, theatrical.
Theatrical.
Yes.
Tutorial.
Correct.
Withdrawal.
Lovely. So now we have learned that when we have what is this again? Excuse me, please. It's not even showing the color now.
Okay. You've not gotten your charger
Can
for
you
your
hear me
laptop.
now? I'm not, so I have to go to Computer Village.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was going to go out today so I could do the movement together.
But the rain.
It's not even the rain. I didn't realize that it
Okay, the
was public
holiday.
holiday. It was late last night. I was talking with someone. He was one who told me it was public holiday today, one of my clients. We're supposed to have a
Okay.
class today. So I was trying
Mm.
to find out if it was around. So it was one who told me there's public holiday and he won't be around. That's why I left that message quite late last night. And I told you I was coming to a school
Yes, and definitely
in
they won't be
Apapa.
opening today.
They won't open, exactly. So I wanted a situation whereby maybe when I'm returning in the evening, I'll just stop at Computer Village to get the charger. It's not a charger you see. Even when I get to Computer Village, I would have to buy from those that are selling used ones. That's how I've always got it. That's the challenge. Sorry about that, ma'am.
Okay.
So I was going to say that now we have learned words ending in AL rather. So you already know it. So what you not need to do is to be intentional so that when you're speaking, when you're speaking, it can just be amongst your words. So you want to
Yeah.
intentionally use the right pronunciation. Sometimes you might have said the wrong pronunciation before you remember. Just correct yourself immediately. So that way it keeps ticking. But if you're in a conversation and you have said the wrong pronunciation, and by the time you remember, you're like, I'll do it in my next talk. You might not remember. So the moment you remember, correct yourself immediately.
Okay.
Okay. So what did you say, ma'am?
I said okay.
Okay. So we're talking about the IPA. I said you were trying to tell me the full meaning of IPA. So can you try it again now using the right pronunciation?
Okay. International
Better.
Okay, sorry, please. You know, you said I'm going to stress the NA.
Yes, international.
Okay.
International. The NA is
International.
said with higher pitch. International phonetic alphabet.
Okay. International.
Int, t, not
Into.
inter.
Okay.
Yes, inter.
International
Yes, please.
phonetic
Yes.
alphabet.
Alphabet. Alphabet.
Alphabet.
You're stressing the
Alphabet.
R. So you need to rush the other syllables. Alphabet has 3 syllables. Alphabet. We are stressing the first one, R. So the other ones will have to rush through them. Alphabet.
Okay. Alphabet. Alphabet. Oh, it's muted. I can't hear you. International. International.
Again, you're talking.
Your
Sorry about
network.
that. Yeah, it was a call again. It was another call.
Oh, okay.
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 I was saying something. Okay, so I was explaining the International Phonetic Alphabet. I said that on the International Phonetic Alphabet chart, I stated on Tuesday that we have the vowels and the consonants. So can you remember the number of consonant sounds we have?
Consonant sound is
The number of
24.
consonant sounds. What did you say?
24.
Yes, 24. 24. So let's quickly talk about counting. Let's quickly count numbers. So there are ways to count numbers correctly. So we have one. It's not one, it's one. And when we are counting numbers, try not to stress or should I say drag them. You know, children will go 1, 2. We want to try not to do that, even with children. Instead, we go 1,
So can we
2.
slow that one as in the way like it
The
sounds?
transcription, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, so let me get my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see you, not the screen.
Okay. Let me show it again. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, please.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So 1. W. Ah. Note that there are 2 dots here. We have 2 dots.
Okay.
Is that the vowel is long. 2. Oh. 3. We have TH in 3. There are 2 TH sounds. But the one we have in 3 is the voiceless TH sound. This is the symbol. It looks like a math 3.
So that's symbol like is T. 3.
Okay. 5. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
I'm here. I can hear you.
Oh, did you hear my explanation on the word 3?
Oh, God.
Did you hear my explanation on the word 3?
You know, as you were talking, a call came in. So
Yes, that's why I
it
want to know
was breaking.
where the last word you heard.
You said the 2.
Where should I continue from? Should I continue from 3?
Yes, it's fine. It's okay.
3. H in the word 3. So your tongue should be outside. 3.
3.
The vowel in 3 also has 2 dots. So you're expected to make it long. Remember, when a vowel has 2 dots, it means that it is long. 3. The next word, 4. It also has a long vowel. So 4. 5. If you look at the transcription of 5, there are no 2 dots. So it is not long.
Okay, so anyone that is long is
5
long.
has a diphthong. A diphthong is a vowel that comes in 2. It has a and e. Together we say I. So the word is five. 5.
Okay.
So it's wrong for you to say 5. Give me 5 eggs. No. Give me 5. 5. I. Anywhere we have a diphthong. Remember again, a diphthong is a vowel that comes in 2. 1, 2. You go slowly from the first sound to the second sound. It's like you making a sentence. When we were reading about you on Tuesday, we didn't say, I am an educationist. We said, I am. This is the same sound we have in that word. I am an educationist, not I am.
I am.
Yes. So the
I
same
am.
I is what we have in the
My
word
name is
so you need to slow down as well. 5. I have 5 cars.
5 cars.
5 countries. Not I'd like to travel to 5 countries. No. Don't rush over the word 5.
5.
The next number, 6. 6. It doesn't have 2 dots and it doesn't have a diphthong. So just say it smart. 6. But take note of the k before this. So it's not sis. A lot of people will pronounce it as sis. Sis is different from 6.
6.
Sis.
Number
This is
6.
sis. There's a k before this. 6. 6. 6.
6.
6. I have 6
Siblings.
children. So it's not I have 6 siblings. The next number, 7. Now this symbol here, the one that looks like number 3 facing the left side, it is the old way of writing the air sound. This and this are the same. It is the air sound. The old way
Okay.
of writing the air sound is this. This is the
Okay.
modern way of writing the air sound. So if you see any of this, just know it's the same.
Okay.
7. It is not 7. Some people pronounce the V like a W. No, it's not a W, it's a V. Seven.
Seven. Seven.
Seven.
Seven.
Yes, ma'am.
Seven
Eight.
as in N.
Yes, seven. It ends with seven.
Seven.
Yes, ma'am. And then we have eight. Eight also have a diphthong. A. So you go slowly. Eight. Not eight. It is eight.
Okay, like
Eight.
eight.
Yes, go slowly.
Like
Eight.
like you pronounce it like I ate food, like eight.
Okay, no. We have hate. This one has the H. This
No,
one
not
doesn't have the
not
H.
like hate, not like hate. Like I ate food.
Okay, like I ate rice in the morning. This one.
Yes.
Okay, this word has two pronunciations. The
Okay.
word
Okay.
ate. It can be pronounced et and it can be pronounced eight.
Eight. Okay.
Yes. So if we're going by the second pronunciation, yes, they are pronounced the same way. Eight, eight. The next word, nine. Nine also has a diphthong, I. The same one we have in five. Nine.
Nine.
And then we have 10. 10, the S sound. 10. So I want you to take it from 1 to 10. Then we can now go from 11 to 20.
Okay.
Okay. Please correct yourself, ma'am. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
take 1 to 10 and you make a sentence with each number.
Okay. Give me just one pencil.
Okay. I want you to say it naturally, like you're asking someone to do that.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay.
Okay.
So am I number two now?
Okay. Number two now. Number two now.
Number two. Number two. Number two. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I have two pen.
Okay. I have two pens. Okay. The next one.
Two pens. Okay. The the three of them are the same.
Okay. The three of them are the same. That's correct. The next number.
I have four beautiful brothers.
Okay, brothers. The next one.
Give me five apples. Apples. Can I hear you, please?
Give me
Apples. Give me five apples.
Okay.
I'm coming around 6 p.m.
Okay.
I am. I am. I am. I am. I am number 7.
I am number 7.
I
I
am.
am
I am
number
number.
7.
I am number 7.
Okay.
I ate. I ate. No, it's remaining only 8 apples. Apples.
Apples. It's
Apples.
remaining
8
only 8
apples.
apples. I'm
Number
listening, ma'am.
number 9.
Number 9.
I have 10 siblings.
I have 10 siblings. Very well. So let's continue from 10 to 20. So the next one. Now note that these set of numbers, they have more than one syllables. All the ones we had mentioned earlier, they all have one syllables. So they are quite easy to pronounce. So we are moving to numbers that have more than one syllables. When we're pronouncing such numbers, we must pay attention to the stress placement. Now look at the transcription. Look at 11. Before the I believe you can see something like a comma, but the comma is up instead of down. Can you see it?
Yes, please.
That is called stress mark. And you would
Okay.
find it in front of a syllable that you are stressing. There are 2 types of stress marks, but we'll talk about just one right now. So this one you're seeing right here is called the primary stress mark. The primary stress mark is used to identify the syllable that you should stress the most in a word. The syllable that you should say louder, longer, and clearer. So the word 11 has 3 syllables.
Okay, the
11.
primary.
Primary. It's not
Primary.
primer. Prime. Primary.
Primary. Primary.
Prime. Primary.
Primary.
Yes, primary
Okay.
stress.
Primary stress. Primary stress.
So the word 11
Primary stress.
has 3 syllables.
The primary stress, sorry, you said it's used to identify.
The primary stress mark is used to identify the primary stress syllable. That is, it is used to identify the syllable you should stress louder, longer, and clearer. May I proceed?
Yes, please.
So the word 11 has 3 syllables. 11. So those 3 syllables, one of those syllables must be stressed. So the primary stress mark is telling us that the one that should be stressed is the le. 11.
11.
The le is said louder, longer, and clearer. 11. The next
11.
word. 12. 12 has one syllable. A word that has one syllable is not being stressed. You can only stress a word that has more than one syllable. If a word has one syllable, you don't need to bother yourself about stressing it. But once a word has more than one syllable, you must stress that word. So 12 has one syllable. We don't need to stress it. That is why you cannot find any stress mark.
12.
13. 13. You're stressing the first syllable. Because of the stress mark. 13. 14. You're stressing the first syllable. 15. You're stressing the first syllable. 16. You're stressing the first syllable. 17. 17 has 3 syllables. You're stressing the first syllable as well. 17. 18. 19. 20. So we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's not
20.
11, 12, 13, 14. It's not 14. It's 14. It's not 17.
14.
17.
17.
Yes, ma'am. So I
17.
live on number 17, Adaranijo Street. The
17.
house is situated on plot 27. So it's not plot 27.
27.
Exactly.
27.
Though we're stopping at 20 today. As we further learn, we'll keep moving until we get to hundreds and thousands. Or they all have their manner of articulating them. So please say 11 until 20 and use each in a sentence.
Okay. It's almost at the 11th hour.
11th, TH. Put your tongue
11th.
outside.
11th.
11th
11th
hour.
hour.
Yes, ma'am.
I am number.
Number.
I am
Number.
name.
Number.
Name.
Na.
Can,
Na.
can I have the transcription of the number?
Number. N. A. Number. Number. You're stressing the first syllable. Na. A. It's a sound. Number.
Okay, number.
Yes.
Number. Okay, number.
The next number.
13.
Okay.
I'm coming on the 13th.
I'm coming on the 13th.
Okay,
I'm coming 13th.
I am coming on the 13th.
Yes, please.
It's remaining only 14.
Okay.
You are the number 15.
Number.
Okay, you are the number 15.
Okay.
We are almost at number 16.
Yes.
I live in number 17.
Okay, I live on number 17. Okay.
She is only 18.
Only 18. 18.
18. She's only
Yes.
18.
Yes.
She is only 18.
Correct.
We are traveling on the 19th of the
Yes.
month.
Correct.
I'm expecting only 20. 20 of them.
Okay, I'm expecting only 20 of them. TH, them.
Only 20 of them.
Correct. We are progressing. So that's how to say numbers. So back to the IPA. So yes, we have 24 consonant sounds. And on Tuesday, excuse me, we were able to learn one of them. We're able to learn this, excuse me, this sound. What sound is this, ma'am?
Huh. Huh.
P. So can you give me 5 words that have P sound and the right pronunciations? 5
Okay.
words that have the P sound and the right pronunciation. I have to come outside.
The heat is too much.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Purse.
It has a long sound. Purse.
Purse.
Yes, ma'am.
Purse.
Yes, ma'am.
Then pocket.
Pocket. Kate. Pocket.
Pocket.
Yes, ma'am.
Pocket.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, pocket.
Yes, ma'am.
Purple.
Correct.
Purple.
Excuse me. Correct.
Oops. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Put.
Yes. Put. Did you say put or push?
Put. Put.
Push. Oh, it has the O sound. Whether it is put or push,
No, I
both
don't
of them
mean
have
pot.
the
I don't mean pot.
yes, P-U-T, right?
Yes, please.
Yes, it has the O sound. So it is P O T. Put.
Okay,
Put
put.
it on the table. Instead of
Put
saying
it.
look at my mouth. Instead of saying put, it O, like you're saying O-P-Q, the letter O. Put
Put.
it on the table.
Okay, put.
We can also have it in, sorry, there's a moving vehicle. We can also have it in push. Push
Push.
the door. The same
Okay,
sound.
push. Push.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
The O sound. He has the O sound.
Yes, ma'am.
Put. Put.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, planet.
Again,
Planet.
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 Yes, ma'am. Planet.
Oh, please.
Please. Yes. Please. Please. Correct.
Can I have some pizza?
Yes. Can I have some pizza? Pizza. The second S sounds like a Z. Can I have some pizza? Correct.
Okay.
Okay. We also
Palace.
learned silent P words. We learned
Yes.
silent P words. So can you think of any silent P word and make a sentence with it?
Okay. You forgot to give me my receipt.
Receipt. You forgot to give me my receipt.
Forgot to give me my receipt.
Yes, you forgot to give me my receipt. Okay. Any other word?
Okay. We are planning a coup.
Yes, we are planning a coup, correct?
I read my psalm this morning.
Yes, I read my, I didn't get
Psalm.
that. Psalm, okay. I read Psalm this morning, okay. Any other one?
Okay.
Okay.
We studied
Yes,
psychology.
studied. Studied.
Psycholo- psychology.
Okay, psychology. Yes, psychology.
Go.
Psychology.
Can you please go away from the cupboard?
Okay, can you please go away from the cupboard? Cupboard. Can you
Cupboard.
please go away from the cupboard?
Cupboard.
Yes, cupboard.
Cupboard.
Okay, so you're doing a great job. We're progressing. Remember, it's not just about learning, it's about practicing. So when you converse with people, when you're using any of these words, try to use them correctly. That would guide you, would help you to quickly master them. It is that mastery that would help you to always remember them anytime you're speaking. Okay, so today, let me share my screen now. We would learn another consonant sound. That is consonant B. Learn another consonant sound, consonant B. And consonant B is written as my slash first. Remember, all sounds are written in slashes. So my slash first, small letter B, and then I close my slash. So that is the B sound. And we can have it in words like book. It's not book, it's book. Oh, book.
Book.
Book. I can't find my book.
Book.
We also have the word big.
Big.
I have a big dog. Big, not big. Big. Big.
Big.
Brother. Brother. Not brother. Brother. TH. Your
Brother.
tongue to be outside.
Okay. Brother.
I have breakfast. It's not
Brother.
break. It is breakfast. Have you had breakfast?
Brother. Okay.
I have beautiful. Beautiful. The bird is beautiful. Then I have biscuits. Not biscuits.
Can I have
Biscuits.
some biscuits?
Yes, can I have some biscuits? I have blankets. Blankets. Kits.
Okay,
Not yet.
blanket.
Yes,
Blanket.
blankets. Then I have borrow. It's not borrow. Borrow. Oh, borrow.
Borrow.
Yes, please. Then we have trouble. Trouble. Don't trouble your brother. Trouble. It's not it's
Ah,
trouble.
okay.
We also have the word liberal. Liberal. The word ends with a L. So just like I said
Trouble,
that
like
the word that
trouble.
ends
That the how does it sound? Trouble,
yeah,
like oh, is it like oh?
no, it makes the sound. Ah, that sound we have in one.
No, not. I don't mean the that or not the Then the ending
Okay.
trouble. Is the is it silent?
Yes, the letter E is silent.
Okay,
Trouble.
trouble. Okay, trouble.
Then we have liberal. Liberal. Not liberal.
Liberal.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay. That means anywhere majorly that I have ending al is rule. Liberal.
Oh, sometimes it might not be R. It depends on the letter, the sound that you have before the AL. For
But
example,
in most cases,
in the word national, national. Now it is N and L, no. But in the word liberal, it is R and L. The key there is the A is usually silent. So you just link the last consonant sound before the A to the L.
so the b is silent.
The what?
You say which word is silent in liberal?
Letter A.
Okay, liberal. Okay, that means like I should throw it away.
Yes. So you won't say liberal. You won't say
Okay.
alu. It becomes liberal and rural. Liberal.
Okay.
Then I have probable. Probable.
Probable.
And then I have
Can we
herb.
have? Can I hear that one nicely?
Probable.
Plab. Do, is there any
Pro.
like transcription
Okay.
that can help me pronounce it better? Because I know I have problem with this particular word.
Okay.
It's always heavy in my mouth anytime I want to use it.
This is it. Probable.
Pra, probable.
Not proba. Prob.
Bo.
Probable. Probable.
Probable. Probable.
That's it.
Probable. Okay.
Yes. Then we have herb. Herb. The E and
Herb.
R is long. Herb.
Herb.
And then we have
Herb.
disturb.
Herb. Herb. Herb.
Yes.
That means the air is silent.
Silent.
I mean the E.
It doesn't, it's not silent. E and R, the E and the R makes the sound.
Okay, herb. Okay,
Herb.
herb.
Yes.
Herb.
Disturb.
Okay.
And lastly,
Herb. That disturb.
disturb.
Okay, disturb.
And lastly, we have comfortable. Comfortable.
Come.
Comfortable.
Come. Comfortable.
Yes.
So the all there, like the all there is
The O
come,
and the R are silent. Comfortable.
come, comfortable,
Yes, comfortable.
comfortable, comfortable,
Yes. Please pronounce the word.
comfortable.
Yes, ma'am. Please pronounce the word.
You mean everything?
Yes, everything. TNH.
Everything.
Everything.
Oh, everything.
Yes, everything.
Sorry, please, before we continue, let me quickly add before I forget. You know,
Okay.
like when you want to say thank you, is it some people will say thank you, like which one is like we're using British, right?
Yes. RP. We are speaking the RP, received pronunciation. This is the transcription of the word. Americans pronounce this sound as eh. So that's where we have the thank you thing. This sound here sounds like eh. That's why you hear some people say apple, apple instead of apple. Just like the way you're pronouncing apple. You say apple. That is because Americans pronounce this symbol as eh. So that's where we have thank you. Thank you is American. Thank you is British.
Okay, thank you. So, but
Yes,
like
that's
this one, are we majorly using like
is it
regular
for the class or as a Nigerian?
Nigerian? Yes, Nigerian.
Nigerian, we are expected to use the British pronunciation.
Okay, like
That's
thank you.
yes, like thank you. But you know, Nigeria, we want to copy everything.
Hmm.
So some schools that do American Nigerian curriculum, they would prefer
Okay,
their children say thank you. Or
thank
some
you.
schools do British American curriculum. So it all
Okay,
depends on individuality and maybe reason for doing it. So for example, if you're taking English tests, you know, if you want to travel to some countries, you need to take some English tests so
yes.
that if you can easily communicate when you get there. So it depends also. So if it's IELTS, they expect that you do British. If it's TOEFL, they expect that you do American. So it also depends on the reason. So it could be for
Okay,
examination reasons, but if it's just for conversations, Nigerian were expected to use British English.
okay. But for exam, we use
For
American.
exam, no, for exam, it depends on the exam you're sitting. For example, if you're sitting WAEC, WAEC do British, even in their spellings. So that's why some students would usually fail English paper when it comes to WAEC because they don't pay attention to some of those things. But you know, some schools don't do WAEC; they do SAT among other exams. So
Yes.
it depends on the examination you're sitting. Not all exams recommend British, and not all exams recommend American. The exam body would let you know which English is preferred if they have specifics when it comes to the English usage. But in situations where there are no specifics, as a Nigerian, we're expected to stick to the British English. Do you get it, ma'am?
Yes, please.
Okay. Kindly pronounce the word.
Okay.
Okay.
Buck. Buck.
Okay.
Big.
Big. B. A.
Big. Big.
Correct.
Brother.
Bra. A.
Brother.
Correct.
Breakfast.
Break. As an egg. Breakfast.
Okay, bread. Oh, breakfast. Oh,
Yes.
bread. Okay, bread. Fast. Okay, breakfast.
Correct.
Biscuits.
Correct.
Like that is sounding like Z.
Yes. Biscuit.
Okay, biscuit. Blanket.
Yes.
Trouble.
Yes.
Liberal.
Correct.
Probable.
Correct.
Probable.
Treble.
Probable.
Treble. Correct.
Probable. Herb.
Correct.
Disturb. Disturb. Disturb.
Disturb. Yes.
Like, okay, disturb. Uh, like or.
Disturb. The same we have herb.
The same air we have where?
In herb, this sound.
Okay. Disturb. Disturb. Okay. Comfortable. I'm
Correct.
comfortable. Then borrow.
What did you say?
Borrow. Borrow.
Yes, correct. Borrow. Now let's go to silent B words. Sometimes we can have letter B in a word, but when pronouncing the word, you would not say the B sound. As in the word subtle, the B should not be pronounced.
Okay,
Doubt,
silent B sound.
yes, silent B. Debt, the B should not be pronounced. Bomb, the B should not be pronounced. Comb, the B should not be pronounced. Tomb, the B should not be pronounced. Climb, the B should not be pronounced. Thumb, the B should not be pronounced. Lamb, nam, clamor. All of these words, the B sounds should not be heard. Please pronounce them.
Okay. Saxo.
Correct.
Dumb. Doubt.
Correct. Doubt.
Doubt.
Correct.
Debt.
Correct.
Bomb.
Correct.
Palm.
Correct. Comb.
Comb.
Yes.
Comb. Okay. Tom.
Tomb. That is tomb.
Okay. Tomb.
Correct.
So like he has in transcribing it, does it have like the dots, the two dots?
Yes, it has. It's a long sound.
Okay. Tomb.
Tomb.
Okay. Okay. Climb. Climb.
Climb.
Climb.
Correct.
Lamb.
Tham.
Lamb.
So
Sorry,
you
no.
have tomb and you have tham. Comb.
No, sorry,
Tomb.
I mean lamb. I did not mean tam.
Okay, lamb. Correct.
Okay, tam.
Correct.
Then nam. 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 Nam.
Correct.
Clamor. Clamor.
Correct. Correct. So these are examples of silent B words. So remember, knowing how to pronounce these words correctly is just a step ahead. But the most important is to practice it. It's when you practice it that you get results. You need to practice it so you can get results. So if I were you, I'll go through them again, make sentences, do voice recording. You can send them to me. I can correct you again. The more you say them, the better it becomes. The better it comes out of your mouth. The better it sounds to those hearing you. The more comfortable you feel as well. So we've learned quite a number of things today. We learned counting, we learned words ending in AL. We also learned briefly about stress, how to stress words, and we learned the consonant V. So when we meet next, we will be learning more consonant sounds so that we can be done with the sounds in 4 weeks. Do you have any questions, ma'am?
So, I want to know how correctly we pronounce security. Is this security? Because
Security.
can I have the security?
Did I share? I said I was going to share the soft copy dictionary with you, right?
No, you did not share.
Okay, let's quickly do that now.
Sorry, the security, I think, can you help me pronounce it? As in,
Yes, we're going to use that word to practice it. Can you hear me?
yes, please.
So anytime you have a word you want to be sure of the pronunciation, simply go
Okay.
to your Chrome or your Safari or any
Okay.
browser you use for your phone, the preferred
Okay.
browser. So I love to use Chrome. So when you get to Chrome, just open a new tab, or when you get to end of the browser, open a new tab by clicking on the plus. So when you click on the plus, it takes you to a fresh page where you could have Google, or it depends on how your phone works.
Mm.
So simply type the word you're unsure of the pronunciation, and then specifically type the name of a dictionary. If you don't type the name of a dictionary, Google will just come up with a word and its transcription that somebody has written before, and
Okay.
that might not be correct. Instead
Okay.
of doing that, type the word you want to figure out its pronunciation and a specific dictionary. I love to use the Cambridge Dictionary, or when it comes to pronunciation. I love Oxford Dictionary when it comes to meaning. So it just depends. Anyone you're comfortable with. So I've typed security Oxford Dictionary, then you search. It takes you to the Oxford website. This is the Oxford website, Oxford Learners website. So when you click on it, it gives you the transcription of the word. The first is usually the British, while the second is usually the American pronunciation. So you can decide to decode using the sounds or listening to the mic. So we have say. Can you see the stress placement? The
See,
comma up.
yes.
Secure, secure. This is a diphthong. Or, O and A. Or, cure, secure.
Secure.
Then you have the R, security, security. Americans don't use the
Security.
O, they use just the O sound. So they say security, security. The stress mark here is telling you that you're stressing the second syllable. Security or security. It depends on which you want to go with.
Secure. Security.
Yes, ma'am. Secure, secure, security. So
Please.
if I were you, I will not close this tab. I would always have this tab on my phone, so that anytime I want to find the word, I'll just come to my browser, search for the tab. You click on this part of your tab. It shows all the tabs you have opened and haven't closed. If you have closed
Yes.
the tab, you find it amongst here. So mere clicking here, any other time, if you did not close the tab, you would always find this website on your phone, and you can easily ask it to transcribe a word for you.
Sorry.
Security. Any other question, ma'am?
Okay, probably by the time I finish doing my e-learning class, I might have something and I'll jot it down.
Okay, that's fine. That's okay. So remember to also learn on the e-learning platform and submit your assignment to me. I'll be
Okay.
waiting. Okay. So have a great afternoon, ma'am. We'll meet on
Thank you.
Tuesday, right?
Yes, a physical meeting.
No, please.
Okay, when are you coming
For
over to that
physical
school?
meeting, I'm supposed to come on Thursday, but Thursday is my antenatal. So I won't
Oh,
be there on
antenatal.
Thursday. So
Which
if
school is
at
that?
all I will come,
Which school
uh,
is that in this area?
the Papa school I talked about. I
Okay, you
need
know,
to be there because we are changing their instructor. So I'm supposed to take her there to introduce her formally. That's the reason why I was supposed to be there today.
okay,
So
which
because
school is that? Sorry.
their Papa school I told you about,
Is there anything like a Papa school? As in the name of the
like the
school?
school I told you I was coming to in Apapa. Okay, are
Okay,
you
then
asking
let me
for the
know.
name of the school?
Yes, please.
Okay, Nightdale Middle School.
Night.
Yes, KNIGHTDAL, Nightdale Middle School. That's the
Night
name of the
girl.
school. Yes, ma'am.
Middle school. Okay.
Yes.
Is it a secondary school or primary?
They have primary and secondary.
Okay, primary.
Yes, they have primary, they have nursery, they have preschool, and they also have the secondary school. Though I think
Okay.
it's they use the American English, American Nigerian curriculum for their secondary school.
Okay. Have you been with them before?
Yes, we've been working for them for a while, for about 3 years, I guess. Oh.
So there's standard and Oakwood. Which do you prefer?
You're putting me in a tight spot.
No, tell me the truth.
You're putting me in a tight spot.
Oh, no. We can always say the truth. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. You know, every school have their strengths and weaknesses.
Yes.
Yes, so for Hokewood, I love their intentionality. I used to say if I live close to Oakwood, I would have my children attend Oakwood. I love their intentionality. I love how they, what's the word now? I love the culture in terms of how they handle the children without fear and awe, and the children are still disciplined. The truth is, let me just put it this way: you cannot compare both schools. If we talk about, schools also have levels.
Yes.
Yes. So first, Oakwood's level is higher. I don't know how much they pay in Oakwood anyway. I do not know how much they pay there too, but I'm not talking
No,
from the part
my
of.
children are in Oakwood
Yes, I
already.
know. I know. So I'm not talking from the part of fees. I'm just talking from part of being an internal person. Oakwood
Because
standard is better in terms of facility, in terms of environment. They have more space. The children are not
out,
packed in the room. I love their discipline. I love their
the
intentionality.
children are not spoiled.
Yes. So I think I would go with Oakwood if I want to pick one of them. But of course, fees might also matter in the long run. But aside from fee, I don't have an idea how much both schools charge parents. But I still prefer Oakwood.
Because I have some people criticize me like, they have so many good school in Apapa. Why would you go to Oakwood? Why are you stressing the children? I said you call it stress, but the children are having
um, I would say it depends on what parents want. It depends on what you're looking out for. Like the
yes.
school I'm talking about too, they have more of children from outside Nigeria. So they also have
Oh,
a
okay.
standard. Most of their children are international. They are expatriates around that papa working. So they work more with parents of that caliber. So they also have great caliber and all.
Okay.
But when it comes to intentionality, the proprietors of Oakwood would work about to make sure that they are giving what they're supposed to give. Sometimes when
Mm,
you just leave staff without checking them, they can be very, very unkept sometimes. So I love
mm,
the fact that all hands are on deck. Everybody is doing what they're supposed to do because there's somebody to check if you're actually doing it or not. So
mm,
everybody's doing what they're supposed to do at the right time when it's appropriate. There is time to everything. Sincerely, I used to say that if I live close to Oakwood, I would have my child attend to Oakwood. What's the pay like for Oakwood? The fees for the
mm.
children?
Okay, I'll send you on WhatsApp.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll
That's
send you
fine.
now on WhatsApp.
That's fine. I
Not
love
that
Oakwood. I
not
also
that
love their
paying this thing.
competitive. I also love their competitive. What's it called? Their competitive spirit.
Spirits, yeah.
Yes, they keep the children on spot. They let them know there's something you're aiming for every term, not just to be in the class and learn. I sincerely love Oakwood. I think you've made a great choice. Such there might be schools of such equivalence in Apapa, of
So
course, but
you
I
can
think
see what I'm going through at my age.
it's
I
worth
don't want my
it.
I don't want my children to suffer the
Of
same thing. I'm sorry.
course, of course. And it's now a global word. It's
Yes,
now a
not that you
global
are
word,
just
unlike when we were
in the
growing.
world of your own. Yes.
Yes, they should be able to handle anything out there. I think you're making a right choice. You are. Okay,
So,
ma'am.
thank
Well,
you
we'll meet
so
on.
much.
What did you say?
I said, thank you so much. Thank
You're
you so
welcome,
much.
ma'am. You're welcome, ma'am. Please make sure to practice so that when we meet on Tuesday, you'd have
Okay.
gone further with your mastery.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Have a great afternoon. My
Sorry,
regards
sorry to
to
sorry to ask.
everyone.
Are we still learning the sounds? I mean the syllables.
Syllables,
Sorry, I mean the
the IPA.
sound. Yes, I was still learning.
Yes, we have started the IPA. We have learned two sounds on the IPA chart. We have learned two sounds on the IPA chart. We have learned the let me find the IPA chart. I have it somewhere. Okay. Okay, here is the IPA chart. So we have learned it's loaded. I love to use this one. Can you see it?
No, not yet.
Okay, let me get back to sharing. Okay, here is it. There is the IPA. Here is the IPA chart. You can use any of them. I love to use this one. So we have learned this and this. So this is the P and this is the B.
Both. Okay. I think I have. So what's okay? Monotongue and diphthong. Monotongue is just one, and diphthong is the two, right?
No, these are all the monophthongs. The monophthongs are 8, while the diphthongs, sorry, excuse me, the monophthongs are 12. 12, while the diphthongs are 8. So when you put the monophthongs and the diphthongs together, they make up the vowels.
Okay.
So there are 20 vowels. 12 monophthongs plus 8 diphthongs gives 20 vowels. While all of these ones here, they are the consonants, 24 consonant sounds.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So do you have any more questions?
Okay, no, I'll just go straight to my e-learning class and then I can chat you up on anything.
Okay, that's fine. I look forward to that. Have a great
Okay.
afternoon, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Have a great day too. Bye
And you too,
bye.
ma'am.
Hope
Bye-bye,
you're taking
ma'am.
care of yourself.
I am. Have been resting well. I
Okay.
am. Thank you, ma'am.
God is your strength.
Amen. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Take good care. Bye bye.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye, ma'am.